Well, next up, we got a brand new guest host topic. There's a lot of comic book stuff. We're going to take a left turn into the non-jock territory. Except jockstrap, maybe.
Sure.
All right. In the other realm of the spectrum, we talked about sports. Now let's go to Nerdland. There's a new Joker film coming out next year in 2016.
2016.
Sorry, not 2016.
That was a while ago.
2019. Which were
Keen.
this time it's Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin?
I believe it's
Yeah.
Joaquin.
Joaquin Phoenix.
And this time round, he actually looks like a proper clown. He's not a gangster clown like Jared Leto.
True.
He's not a mentally ill patient like Heath Ledger. Or he's not even a joke like Jack Nichols. He's a legit clown.
It does look to be the footage of him as a clown.
Side note, have you heard the whole fan theory about the Joker's being an ex-military specialist dude from the Nolan one? If you want a fan theory that's really interesting and super good, check out that one.
The other fan theory I heard was Robin becomes the Joker. Have you heard of that one?
Well, that's not a theory. That actually happened at
he
one
does?
point. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Everyone thinks the Jared Leto one is one of the former Robins.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what this is.
What is this?
This is footage from the set.
Oh, is this the actual movie?
Yeah.
Oh, is it behind?
Oh, this is just B-roll footage.
Yeah.
But for this film, this is going to be an origin story, basically showcasing how he used to be a clown, or a failed clown,
Looks like it.
and how he ended up becoming a psychopath.
Oh, wait.
That's what
Are
he
they
is.
actually trying to explain how he became the Joker?
Yeah,
Or this
it's
is
an origin
which
story.
they've never really done before.
Oh, that's
I don't think.
horrible.
Right? It's always
Why would you
it's always
do
either
that?
glossed over or said
Why
very
do people
vaguely.
need explanations for these things? This is like Solo. I don't
Yeah.
need this.
Yeah, well, this one could be good though. I don't think Solo ever was going to be good.
Oh, it
But-
was. It had a good premise. It kind of expanded the lore, which I kind of enjoyed.
Solo?
just kinda-
Solo,
You
yeah.
really have that many questions about the Kessel Run?
Not really, but I was.
Was that a question that you needed answered?
So here's the thing with the Star Wars series. We're now going to a different franchise.
It always
Sorry,
comes
we
back
got
to
it.
arguing about Star Wars.
When it comes to, let's say, Rogue One or Solo, I kind of like it when a director or a writer kind of expands on the lore compared to if you were to be like J.J. Abrams, just rehash what was done in the previous trilogy.
And raise questions,
And
which
raise
then turn out
questions.
to not be important.
Exactly.
But
Anyway.
wasn't the coolest thing about Heath Ledger's when he kept giving a different story every time? He was like,
Yes.
"You want to know how I got these scars?" And he gives a different story. That was so
Yeah.
cool. It
Yeah.
didn't matter. It didn't matter why he was what he was. He just represents chaos. I don't need to know why chaos is. Chaos just is. It's like a fundamental thing. Yeah.
I do like the idea of him actually being like an actual clown, and that just going terribly wrong and him becoming a psychopath murderer. I feel like that actually could be pretty interesting. And Joaquin Phoenix is, for me, he's one of the most easy to watch, interesting actors, because he is in some boring movies that he makes watchable. I don't know how he
He's
what
an
it is.
amazing actor.
Yeah.
What was the last film he portrayed? Because the only thing I could associate
Gladiator.
with Joaquin is Gladiator. Well, was it Walk the Line?
No, he's been in a
that's-
lot of movies.
He's in heaps. They're just never really big blockbuster movies.
Yeah, right.
He's in a lot of really, really good movies.
Yeah, they're usually Oscar nominated.
Didn't he become a rapper?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he did that "I'm Not There" thing with Casey Affleck.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
not talk about
That's
that.
the only thing I'm excited for in this movie.
Him rapping.
Is Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Do you
He's awesome.
do you kind of
The director's a pretty random choice too, just with his past stuff. It's Todd Phillips who did all the Hangover movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
What do you think of that?
Oh.
I don't know, provide, let's say an interesting twist of flavor.
Possibly.
The one thing I'm kind of annoyed is it's not within the DCE universe, which, that's already in complete shambles. You have Henry Cavill leaving. We have
Do we? Is he leaving?
Or did he get fired?
Yeah, I think it actually got confirmed.
Oh, he's actually leaving.
Yeah.
Oh,
And also-
they're not doing Superman movies. So I think that's part of it.
Oh.
And then did you hear about the rumors how they were thinking to get Michael B. Jordan
Mm-hmm.
As Superman?
as Superman?
I did hear that.
They think him for everything though. Who's successful at the moment? Diversity? Michael B. Jordan. Okay. He sounds good. Will we get him? Probably not. But he's always at the top of the list of people who we want to get.
He wouldn't make sense. Oh, actually, no. You could put glasses on. You'd still kind of know it's him. I guess it never makes sense anyway.
It's good that it's not in the DCEU.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite part about this movie. Besides Joaquin Phoenix.
It's just on its own, right?
Yeah.
It's just a story about the Joker. Is Batman even in it at all?
We don't know.
It'd be interesting to see if they went this route and every movie had nothing to do with each other, but they all had crossing over characters. So you know shades of what they kind of do, but they won't be intrinsically connected. I think it could be interesting, and hopefully it'll turn out great, because they won't be bogged down by having to have continuity, which they clearly can't handle.
In DC, yes. But that could make confusing because they'll be different. Because different directors will direct them differently and want different things from them. Wouldn't you get fatigued?
I don't know.
I feel like that way about Spider-Man. I've seen too many different Spider-Mans.
That's different. I'm talking about not the same character being different things, but doing a Joker movie and then doing a Flash movie and just like not having nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
But just make them interesting.
Yeah.
And if one of them's in each other's movie for like 5 seconds, awesome. But don't make them so connected that they have to be on top of each other.
Like how the Marvel Universe started.
Yeah.
But with the Marvel Universe, that was actually planned from the get-go.
Yeah.
DCU was like a complete mess.
Yeah, but the first Marvel movies had to be good in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have each other to rely on because no one cared about the other ones that much. Right? So like Iron Man had to be a good movie on its own. Thor had to be a good movie. It had to have good font so that Chris would like it.
Well, while I was researching this, I came across an article and they were saying that Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight series was the whole reason that killed off the DCU because it was that good.
Ah.
Yeah.
Say again.
So Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight series, Batman, that when he had the entire trilogy, that basically killed off the DCU universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be true if the third one was any good.
Third one's alright.
The third one's not as
At
bad.
best.
But
The
just
third-
think about the
It's not
timing.
bad.
Think about the timing. 2012. At that time, I was in first year university. The world was about to end, according to the movie 2012.
and the Mayans. And that Mayan
Due to the
calendar.
Mayans. And like, if you're probably like, I don't know, a teenager or a young person, the two hottest films right now was The Avengers, the first Avengers, and The Dark Knight Rises. And that was basically building up a lot of hype between those two films, and there was proper rivalry, I would remember.
That's true.
So you think because those ones were so good that people weren't ready for a change in who Batman were? Like, you can't reimagine a story that quickly when the previous ones.
They just had
So
a lot
stuck
to
in
catch
people's
up
head.
on.
Because that'd be like if the Sam Raimi Spider-Man's, the third one, was really good. You wouldn't have been able to reboot it because everyone would be like, we loved the other one. But the third one in that trilogy was super crap, so everyone didn't care that you
Yeah.
rebooted it.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing with that Joker, like every day there's like a new... He started with a picture of the Joker, then we got like a little camera test, then we got some footage from the set. Just every day a little bit dropped.
Why are we looking at a picture of...
Oh, there's
Batman's
even more
crotch.
DC universe
DC news.
Why? What
If
happened?
you didn't know, I don't know how you didn't hear about this, but the bat penis was everywhere this week.
You
So
mean the
in
back
the history of
junk?
comic books, there's been plenty of penis. I mean, think about the Watchman, the blue guy. He's naked pretty much that whole comic book.
That was immediately what I thought of. What
Yeah.
else?
Dr. Manhattan. Where else?
Everywhere.
No, there's not much. That's about it.
No, yeah.
Look,
I mean,
I don't-
Superman wears his underwear on the outside.
I don't even
Just so
like
you
comic
know.
books. I watch YouTube videos of the comic books. That's how much I like comic books. Actually, Watchmen's probably the only one I've actually proper read. Yeah. So that's how I know that. So I'm just assuming everyone's got penis in it. But not in the history have we ever seen Batman's penis. We've never known how big it is. We've never known what shade of color it is.
Jeez.
We've never known whether or not it's circumcised.
Were these questions that were burning in your mind as you read it?
Yeah.
I really want to know.
And they published a thing where he's getting changed in the Batcave and his schlong's out and you see it.
Oh, he's just getting changed. It's not even necessary to the story.
Not
I
at
thought
all.
maybe like his clothes got blown off or
That's
something.
what the publisher said also.
Really?
So this is DC's Black Label. It's like their new
It's been aged longer.
stand up. It's it's like a imprint aimed at mature readers, right?
Oh, so you have to be, 18 plus
So
to read
this is
it?
Batman
the penis of
Damned series. So
That's what mature readers want.
they've got lots more.
Dicked.
They're doing
Yeah.
this
Series.
mature ones for Superman and Wonder
Mature.
Woman as well.
Mm.
They're coming up soon.
Hope I get some
Spicy.
Superman penis.
But as you said, Jono, apparently it's not story critical, that little image.
So it's gratuitous bat nudity.
So it has since been removed.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're not
right.
going to
Alright.
reprint it. So if you got one of these, put it in some glass. And
You're gonna
Yeah,
be
that's a
rich.
collector's item
Yeah,
right there.
You're going to have the dick edition.
Yeah,
Dick
That's-
edition.
that's so weird because that's so unnecessary.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Like, who actually cares?
Just remember,
How
I mean,
would-
like, you're targeting, like, a certain audience, as Chris mentioned. It's, like, the matured, readers. You're not going to give it to, like, 6-year-old Billy for, his birthday. Oh, here's, like, the latest issue of Batman. And then he goes, oh, Mummy, what's that,
It's good. Yeah, it's good to know. Well, did any of you know about this mature DC series
I had no idea.
until now?
Dick Gate. It's all been a plan.
They planned it all.
The gate sounds really functional.
It's like,
It's pretty good marketing, right?
yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
I mean,
Brilliant.
how often has a penis been used so succinctly to market something?
Can you imagine if you were the artist who was told to draw that and that was why you were drawing it?
Can you imagine the
We
gravity?
need to do some marketing here. You're going to have to draw a penis.
Imagine the gravity and like the stress you'd be under, like outlining it.
How big would you make it? You'd have to have a committee meeting deciding, are we going to make it gigantic? Are we going to make it... Is it
bent
cold?
hev- it's
It's
bent-
got to be cold in the back cave, right?
Yeah, you're right.
It's heavily bent to the right.
Yeah, but is that because
Is
he's
that
walking?
swing?
Because his left leg is forward
Could
right
be
now.
just swinging.
So I think if his left leg's forward, it will
Got
be
the
in the
image
process
here.
of
Yeah,
swinging, right?
so it's big enough to swing, is what we're saying.
Are you saying it's circumcised?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's my next question. So who
Spoiler
decided?
alert: Batman.
Who decided that?
Yeah, who
Batman
decided?
is a helmet. He's a
Ah.
rich white dude. Of course, he's circumcised. Isn't that kind of a?
Ah.
But like, like originally from like the I guess he's from the 40s, right?
Batman?
Batman.
No, like when it started.
Do you think?
So
Yeah.
I'm saying he's always been
Do you
circumcised.
think they thought about that when they drew it?
Of course
Maybe,
they did.
yeah.
That's
Isn't there a theory that Superman's like a symbol of Jews or something?
It's because he's rich. Oh no,
'Cause
sorry,
he's
Batman.
like the
Batman's
Superman,
rich.
yeah.
It's kind of like the same argument with what was it? The creators of Sesame Street who created Bert and Ernie, saying that they were a couple.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that was in the 70s. No one, like, if you were a kid, you wouldn't think about, like, what was their relationship. You
I
would
just
just think,
even now, if I was a kid, I wouldn't think.
yeah.
I don't think they try and make it obvious, but I'd heard that theory that they were gay like ages ago,
Mm.
but they just never confirmed it.
Yeah, right.
Hectic. Do we need Batman's penis in our lives?
Yeah. I think nudity needs to be demystified in all kind of fashion.
Sure you do.
I don't know.
Yeah, Ellie's doing his best to make that happen.
Yeah.
Not demystified, but like cared about less.
Is it just nudity or is it, let's say, mature content? So let's say, for example, one of, like, the latest films, like Logan, that had a lot of blood
Mm.
and gore.
I get violence, extreme violence. I think should be kept for mature, but and obviously like pornographic stuff, like don't put that in front of kids.
Is a dong pornographic?
So
Yeah.
as long as it's flaccid. So this is the Game of Thrones theory.
No, but
The
like
penis is not
if it's not
confronting
threatening,
it's non-threatening if
Mm.
it's flaccid.
it's just a body.
Is it?
Who cares?
Does it just draw attention? Like, is
What?
it like
Well, the Statue of David does it. I mean, that's art.
That is art. You're
But do you
right.
just go to see the Statue of David just to see his junk, or do you just go to see the Statue of David because it's
100% a lot of people have gone there to see his junk.
We came here just to see Batman's junk.
Speaking of more comic book news, the latest trailer of, I guess, would be the final film within Fox and Marvel,
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Dark Phoenix.
No, I did not even know this movie existed.
Now that you know, do you care?
I want to know who the actor's going to be.
It's the chick from Game of Thrones.
Oh, she's still that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was super dumb.
It's all the same actors and actresses.
Oh, so it's actually in the same
Yes.
continuity.
So it's still the X-Men universe, the last one in that Fox's control.
Right. And then it's what happens after it.
Who
So-
knows?
It's in limbo.
So they could do a whole new
Well,
saga of the MCU with the X-Men.
X-Men versus Avengers.
All I want to see is
Why do they have to fight
Wolverine
each other?
stab Captain America and then be like, "Oh, sorry, bub." That's all I want to see.
It'll be a
That-
different Captain America if that happens.
What do you mean?
They are not making that happen soon enough, are they?
I hope so.
Didn't Captain America survive in the first part of Infinity War?
Imagine if mutants are in Infinity War Part 2 somehow. That'd
like
be
as a
interesting.
cameo or as a full on like
I feel
blown
like
out.
Just the beginning. So
No.
the post credit scenes of Infinity War, I want mutants in. Not
Okay,
the rest
that's
of
okay. The rest
Yeah.
of it though.
it.
No.
All I want to see is some claws and hear a shing, and I will be set for the rest of my life.
It could be like the hizzy for Age of Ultron.
I believe it's schnicked.
where Magneto just turns up and says, "Those two are my children,"
Yeah.
to Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
but do you want the same actors to be reprising the roles, or do you want like completely, brand
Totally
new reboot?
I want Magneto. He's
There's
awesome.
a lot of problems with this. One, Cyclops is a main part of it. Nobody wants that.
New.
Jean Grey's the Dark Phoenix, but she's not in space. 3, they're following the kind of same storyline that they did in X-Men.
That went into space.
In X-Men 2, where 3, the best X-Men. The
the
one where Xavier kind of did something with her mind to manipulate her, and Xavier feels really guilty about it. They're doing that storyline.
Yeah.
So, the worst X-Men movie ever made, they're emulating something from that, but with younger people. That sounds great, right?
This looks. It does look really bad.
Chris and I agree on something. That never happens.
Yeah, you never want to crap on a movie just from the trailer, but that's a bad concept.
What sucks, though, is I really like McAvoy and Fassbender
Yeah.
averse. I really like them. They're never the worst part of the movies. They're always
Yeah.
the redeeming factor.
First Class was so good.
Yeah, I even like Days of Future Past.
Yeah, I
that
like
was
that
okay.
one too. That was great because he saw everyone together.
Yeah.
And you
The
saw
old guys.
Wolverine's butt.
That's the important thing.
Did you? Oh yeah, that was the one where he has the old school thing on his head.
He turns up naked, doesn't he? Or something?
No, that was in the last one. The
That's when they released them, right?
Apocalypse.
Oh man,
This
that's
is
a
the one
terrible
where he
movie.
goes back in time.
Yeah, no.
On the
Doesn't he?
waterbed, and he's naked.
Yeah, that's what I said. He went back naked.
Ali said something about his head.
I was thinking about the one where they go into where the ex.
Oh, they go into prison and they have his
and he
Yeah,
escapes
I know what you mean.
and kills
That
everyone.
was in Apocalypse. That was the
Right,
best part of that
yeah.
movie.
Somehow it's auto played a Joker thing.
Yeah, this movie looks not great. Looks pretty boring. I'm not interested in her being sad and going goth like Spider-Man 3.
She's outside in the rain and stuff.
Yeah.
But she's
She's
so
emotional.
interesting as Sansa Stark when she's depressed and just taking all the blame for everything and making it seem like she's in charge of everything.
No, she
and
sucks.
the worst. Yeah, I'm glad we agree on that too. And she. Ugh. Let me start on Sansa.
So I think we're. How do you feel about this, Jared?
Well,
Are you looking forward to
I'm
it?
kind of excited with more of the merger between the
For
characters from Fox going into Disney.
Mm.
So basically now Disney controls your childhood.
So excited as a step on the way.
Oh yeah, potentially because particularly how they are scheduling out the next Doctor Who franchise. Oh, not Doctor Who. Wrong one.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
He's a woman now.
So within
guys
that
are
character, he goes around going to different universes, realities.
True.
You could play a lot with that, and
Go
if
to a reality where there's mutants.
Pop into Logan.
There's got to be an explanation for why these guys haven't turned up this entire time, right?
They're in another reality.
well, how about this? Let's say
Or
if the
they're
writers are
trapped.
very,
In a fox world, by a fox.
I mean, that could happen. I mean, if the writers are very lazy, they could be like, oh, let's just recast everyone, and that's the explanation.
I think
you
they
know?
will recast everyone for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll want to take on the baggage of the storyline from the other one.
Not Hugh Jackman.
Oh no, but Hugh Jackman said he doesn't
He's
want to
already
do it again.
out. Maybe Henry Cavill.
Oh, nah.
Maybe they should get Michael B. Jordan to be.
I hope Fassbender stays. He's so good.
No, I like those actors, but I just don't see them bringing the baggage of the storyline with them.
Yeah, true.
Because they've had to chop all the storylines up so much to avoid the characters they didn't have the rights to. It's going to be weird.
Yeah. Any more comics news?
That's all I have.